week 2, day 1, and I'm so glad you're here. I hope that last week you experienced true emotional gratitude for the people and the things in your life, and that you could use that emotional gratitude in a way of kindness or as a kindness practice towards, the people closest to you, but also to strangers. And giving someone a random compliment is an amazing gift to give, and I hope you experience that somehow. This week we're going to use that base of emotional gratitude and kindness to start thinking about our futures and what we want from our futures. And if we use a base where we are emotionally grateful for the people and the things in our current life, or not in our current life, in our lives currently, and we can extend kindness to others, then suddenly we remove ego, and we almost, as our original self that's not polluted by ego, start thinking about our futures. And I'm extremely excited for you to start thinking about your future almost like when you were a child, when you were daydreaming about things you wanted to become or places you wanted to see. That's kind of the week that we're going to have. And it's not only imagination, as all of us know. It's one thing to write it down, to imagine it, to write it down, but then we have to do and take small steps and take small actions to kind of move us in the right direction. As with every other day in this course or in this diary, and I hope every other day in your life, your day and your journey should start with your emotional gratitude practice. This will never change. Scan the QR code, find a video that resonates. If you need to do that, write down what you are emotionally grateful for. Take a minute to really think about that, and then write down who you're sending kindness to. Now that might be good vibes, it might be a physical act of sending a text, making a phone call, or a random kindness act towards a stranger. So please continue doing that on a daily basis. For most of us, it's quite difficult to simply write down what you want from your future, what your passions are, what your mission in life is. And I think the best way to kind of sidestep that and to buy a little bit of time so you can start thinking about who you want to be in your future, where you want to be in your future, and what you want from your future is kind of to remove or write down what we don't want in our futures and who we don't want to be in our futures. You'll see in the book there's a little description that just explains a little bit on how we release things from our life. And you'll see there's an example of what I wrote down. An example might be, I don't want to be quick to anger like my father was. I want to be known as a kind person. So you'll see that there's a few of those examples. And then you'll turn the page and the heading is, today I release from my future. And you can write down whatever you want. You can write down that you don't want to be remembered as being a difficult person or an angry person. You want your children to experience love that you might never have experienced. Write whatever is in your heart and that's emotionally bubbling over. Write that down. And this page, I want you can either burn it or you can keep it as a keepsake, so you know while you're on your journey and while you're following the breadcrumbs, that when you see this and you experience this in your life, this is not where I want to be. So keep that in mind. Write down what you don't want from your future, and I'm super excited to see you tomorrow, that we can start thinking and start envisioning what we do want from our futures.